Hey, hey, this one right here can be a little touchy. Check yourself because soul searching is needed in a time like this. Listen, listen, we are in tyranny right now. This one is a little touchy, but I gotta talk to you about this side. I got a good one for y'all today, so stay tuned. Hey y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversations, honey. And we gonna get right into it. Look, I don't even know what's up with this eye. I think it's the oil, so excuse it. I have not been eating anything out of the way. I gotta figure this out. I think it's the oils from my hair because I use olive oil, and that's the only thing that I can see that changed. But hey, enough of that. Let's get on into this. Now, this one I got to talk about the other side because I am so. Let me get on into it. It's called Let Me Tell You What's Sad. Okay? You. That's me. That's you. That's you. That's you. You are just as sick as them if you are laughing at someone else's pain. Oops. Don't you know the goal is to make you become just as sadistic as them? You are sitting up there laughing and clapping at someone else's pain like you don't have any stains. Let me tell you, you are just as sick as them. And we know some of them are sick to the core. And it is all on full display for all to see. But you, my dear, my sir, ma'am, woman, child, you are better than that. You are better than that. Listen, that's all I got on that. I just wanted to say that because this is the other side. You know, I'm going to give you this example on why I said that. Up here, and I know a lot of you, well, I've mentioned where I'm at. It's cold here, okay? And the situation's been and went down up here, okay? But there was this one deal in 2020. I was watching Iyanla, and the verdict had came out up here of the guy that did George Floyd. Okay. And so I was watching her live when they did the verdict. Okay. And everybody in the comments was like, yes, 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 the verdict of, Chauvin. And everybody was like, yeah, in the comments, you're just reading. But she said, and this stuck in my head, but sometimes you still slip up because you be like, She said, don't laugh at another person's pain. She said, don't laugh at another person's pain. And I thought I was like, okay, even though I was, but I had to get myself together. Like, okay, that made sense. And it does. We can't do that. Even though we're in tyranny right now. But we can't laugh at other people's pain because you're going to be just as sadistic as them. That's why you have to take your breaks. You have to, because in one of my videos, I was telling you about how I listen to different songs because I don't want to become nothing like them. Okay? I don't want to become anything like that. So you have to take the time to you got to really take some time to not get yourself polluted because you can. Okay. And another thing that I wanted to say is, and I'm not going to make this like extra, extra long. Okay. Another thing, I was in one of my classes. Now I'm gonna put this book up real quick, but I just want to verify to let you know that I've taken a class on this book right here, and I have taken a class. Okay, and we learned about different cultures, and we think that every culture understands this culture, this place that we're in, but they don't. They see it just like we do, but they don't know a whole lot about it. So some of them have been bamboozled, just like we've been bamboozled. You know, they, oh my God, the book is so good and the class was so good. Okay, I'm kind of hopping, but I hope you guys are going to follow what I'm saying. Everything that I have learned came from here. When I think about cultures, the only culture that I knew back home, the only people that I saw were melanin Armenians, and the Chinese food place that was on the corner. Okay. That's what I saw. It was not until I came up here where I got culturified. That's what I'm going to say, with other cultures. But when I took this particular class, it was one of the best classes that I could ever take, because it showed me different things and how different people, they get sold on the dream. Read Ta-Nehisi's book, and I'll put it up here. One of his books that I have, I got it up there, but I'll put it on so you can see the name. Just me and I forget, it's up here. I'll get it. But anyway, we think that they know what we've been through. I just recently was talking to someone. Okay, look, my son came in unexpectedly. I'm like, wait, what? Who is this at the door? Okay, but anyway, so the person said, he was like, Happy Thanksgiving. And then I was like, oh, I don't celebrate that anymore. And so then he was like, why? He was from a different culture. And I said, why? I said, and I told him what happened and why I don't do that anymore. And, celebrate that like I did. I don't even care. I ain't trying to do no gathering with you. I just don't want to once you learn what it was about, and we can sit up here and try to say, oh, we're just getting together. But for some reason, this time I'm like, no, because I see what's happening. So anyway, he did not know. Okay. We think they know, even though we've said things, but how many people know that nobody believes us? They're believing us now. Okay. They're believing us now because they had to see it for themselves. Okay. So that's why I have to catch myself. I have to really catch myself, because I don't want to be sadistic as what we are seeing. I don't want to laugh, even though sometimes I catch myself, but I have to come on back. I have to come on back because I know that is not right. Now listen, I ain't never saying being no doormat for nobody. Let's make that clear, because I don't play that. Let's make that clear. We're not talking about being a doormat, but we're talking about if we could understand people, because they think, listen, I can't defend nobody at this moment because it is on video. But I do know in that particular culture that there's a lot of elder people, and they just go with what the youngsters say, and not everybody is like that. That's a whole nother thing, man. I mean, I can get deep into this, but I'm not. My whole point is I got to show you that side that we think people know, but they don't know. And people can feel how you feel. I'm just giving my opinion, just like everybody else gave their opinion. This is just another side of it, because I find myself, sometimes, yeah, when Iyanla said that, and Iyanla can be something else, but when she said that, I was like, okay, you are right, because that stuff will come back around on you. It will come back around on you. So you have to watch it. Even though we see the sadisticness, like it's psychotic, we are looking at tyranny right in the face. Now, with tyranny, you got the cowards, you got the people that's going to stand, you got the people that don't know, you got the people that's just going to cover their eyes. And they tell you that in the book. Read the book. Get Audible. Read on tyranny. And everything that's happening right now, you will see it. They were like, some people are just going to be like, oh, I don't like, they're in La La Land. But we see the cowards. Man, what surprisingly, and I'm kind of hopping, but still on, what is surprising me is when you look at the cowards, you thought that these people were so oh God, I think namby-pamby is another word for coward too. But when I see him, I'm like, oh my God, but I thought you were, I am man, hear me roar. That's what I thought. But man, I am just at awe. So listen, everybody, we think everybody, and let me get this other example too. In this particular book, because I took the class, I got an A in the class too. So in this particular class, it talked about, okay, like the one friend came and went to a different country, right? I think he was doing like, where them people you can stay with them for a little bit. So what he did was he stayed with them for a while because he was in a different country. And then the family was so welcoming. So it was now this time for that country that he lived in to come to the U.S. And so he said, do you mind if you could ask your mom and them? Because I think he was going to be working or something. It was something. This is just a story in the book. And he said, can you ask your mom to pick me up from the airport? And the American kid mom said, when he asked his mom, he said, no, I have things I have to do. I can't pick up your friend. But then the kid that was from the other country, he was like, well, he was saying like, wow, the air, like they don't want to help. When you came to my country, this is what we did for you. And it wasn't like, no, you do for me, I do for you. But even though you want to see reciprocity, but he gave an example on how shallow the United States is. That's what his example was. And how in this book, it shows how the other countries look at the United States, because United States think that they're perfect or whatever. It's really wild, but I learned so much. And listen, guess where I learned it from? Guess who gave me the nitty gritty? Melanemic women. Yes. Everybody is not like that. I think people need to let people experience their experience. But, you've experienced what like I experienced the core too, but you can't just say you experience the hardcore and not talk about what the other stuff is. Because listen, you still got to be here. You still have to be here. I ain't saying kiss nobody but you still got to be here, and you got to watch. You still got to watch. That's all I'm saying. Don't get on me. Don't come over here. Okay. I'm just saying this is the other side. All right, y'all, listen, that's all I got. All right. I just wanted to throw that in there. But you guys, thank you to my new ones and thank you to my day ones, y'all. Y'all been riding with a girl and I am so grateful. Well, that's it. That's all for me today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Hey y'all, it's Bernita Rochele and welcome to my spoken word and conversations and Hey y'all, it's Bernita Rochele and welcome to my spoken word and conversation